Hello all, you will now hear a brief retelling of the first 2 episodes of the series The Act. Its plot is based on real events. 2008, Springfield, after Hurricane Katrina, Dee Dee Blanchett and her 14-year-old daughter Gypsy are homeless. A charity has given the family a new home, which they have just moved into, and the bald-shaven girl sits in a wheelchair wearing huge glasses, her mother controlling her every word. The girl calls the woman her best friend. Dee Dee once again goes over her daughter's head with a razor. Afterward, she moves her out of the sink and into a wheelchair. Gypsy inserts a tube into her stomach for a snack. Dee Dee feeds the girl liquid food mixed with medication exclusively through an umbrella. Gypsy has to sleep in an oxygen mask. The family's home medicine cabinet consists of dozens, if not hundreds of medications, taking one or another of Dee Dee's medications according to mood. A girl named Lacey lives next door to the Blanchetts, and she never managed to get her mother to go say hello to her new neighbors, so she went alone. All in pink, Gypsy watches cartoons and draws a prince. She immediately took an interest in the girl, because she never had any friends. Lacey volunteers at the local hospital. Sometimes they do makeovers for patients. Why doesn't she put makeup on Gypsy, too? The girl happily agrees. Gypsy reacts violently to the fact that Lacey has a boyfriend. She used to cosplay makeup the same way. She likes to dress up as Disney princesses, with Dee Dee watching the process tensely from around the corner. Gypsy was left thrilled with her makeup. But here her mother immediately wet a rag and demanded that she wash the nasty stuff off her face. She was too small for that plaster. Gypsy broke into tears. She wants to be like everyone else, but her mother won't let her. The next day, Dee Dee and her daughter went out to say hello to Lacey and her boyfriend. Lacey's mother's name is Moll, the other neighbor's name is Shelley. Dee Dee tells her daughter had her submandibular glands removed, she has epilepsy, paraplegia, heart murmurs, anemia, and according to Dee Dee, her daughter will never be able to take care of herself. Lacey offers her new neighbor a Coke, but Dee Dee immediately squeals that she is allergic to sugar. At home, the woman tells the child about the horrors of anaphylactic shock that will happen if she takes even a sip of soda. Dee Dee brought her daughter to the mall to buy her another pink item. Gypsy asked to buy her a pendant, but how to buy it? Steal it before anyone can see it. Gypsy drives her over, and Moll witnesses the crime. Dee Dee gets worried that her neighbor might now turn her into the police. And wants to talk about it, but Shelley was the one who was visiting. It was, by the way, the neighbors who built the house for the disabled girl and her mom. They and others volunteer in the neighborhood. Mal hints that she really didn't like what she saw today. Gypsy doesn't have her own computer, she's only allowed to use her mother's laptop. She immediately types the words boyfriend and kiss into the search engine. Gypsy suggests that mom make a pizza. It's going to be a very tasty pizza, with milk infused and beaten in a blender, a thick slurry. Syringe after syringe pours down the tube to the baby's stomach at once. To make friends with her neighbors, Dee Dee throws a party. She walks around with a jar and collects donations in it, supposedly for her daughter's eye surgery. The children surround Gypsy, who is dressed as hell, knows that, as always, though. She, on the other hand, is much more interested in watching her neighbor's relationship with her boyfriend. In the evening, the girl drives up to them, but they immediately leave for the movies. Gypsy, naturally, is not allowed with them. There are tempting cupcakes on the table. While her mother is out of sight, Gypsy wants to try one. Just now Mel, for whom this was all about, arrives. Dee Dee tried to pin the theft on the disabled daughter, but Moll couldn't be fooled. Then the woman began to squeeze out a tear, saying that Gypsy didn't have much time left and that they didn't have much money. Then she saw her daughter with the brownie, knocked it out of her hands, gave her a shot, and took her to the hospital. There she again recounted that another 5 minutes and Gypsy would surely have died. Moll drove up to the hospital, handed Dee Dee the forgotten purse, and offered to forget about the uncomfortable situation because she's a single mother herself and doesn't want to make life difficult for them.